morning. Whew, it's loud. Picking up some leaves. All right. So this is day 4. I don't know what time it is. 9:30. Thought I heard something chirping and a squeak in my backpack. I think it's my pot. It's my, stove. So it's about 9:30. Got in the trail. It was around 8ish, I guess. Maybe a little before 8, a little after 8. I'm not sure. I got up early though. Had to be before 8. Nice. It'd be a nice place to hang out if I needed a break. And it was, whoa! Trip down that. That was nice. If it was a little warmer and I need a break, I would totally hang out there. But, so I got in the trail. It had to be a little before 8. But I was still disappointed because I think I got out of bed like before 6. So that's like an hour and a half clean up, basically. Like, get my food bag, change my clothes, eat breakfast, brush my teeth, do my business, pack everything up. But it was a little chilly. Not as cold as it was yesterday morning. But I thought I'd need my headlamp to see the trail, but by the time I started, it was already bright enough. I didn't need it. Whew. So today it's supposed to pour like a lot. So I don't know if I'm planning on getting like 15 miles in, but I don't know if I'll make it. And I got like 9 hours of sleep-ish. Like 10 hours of sleep, technically. Because I was in bed by 8 o'clock. So before 8 o'clock. But kept waking up throughout the night. Had another bear dream. This time my hammock was swaying. I was like, why is my hammock swaying? And I can make it sway a little bit. I do that sometimes to kind of rock myself to sleep. But it wouldn't stop swaying. Usually it stops swaying pretty quick. And then I heard something big sniff, and like, a dog sniffs and then sniffs out like real loud. and walk away. Then I woke up. I was like, crap, that had to be a dream. But it was like the last bird dream. Like I woke up during it, so it felt super real. But in the dream, I remember looking at the bottom of my sleeping bag, and it was a weird angle for me to be looking down at my feet. So, and I woke up and I can't see my feet from that angle, so it had to be a dream. So that's what I'm going with. But that was the Bear Creek campsite. Right by the trail. I'm gonna try to walk by him without disturbing him. While I got the camera out, might as well record some. The rustling of the leaves is endless. Like if you stop for a second, you hear the leaves rustle. And it's always squirrels. I've seen a couple of turkeys, a bunch of squirrels. Well, on the trip. No, there's no squirrel ahead of me. I saw a dead mouse, like in the middle of the trail. I'm guessing kind of like that chipmunk. Somebody, he was hiding under some leaves and a hiker stepped on him. Because if it was an animal, they probably would have came back and ate it. And let me zoom out a little. There we go. And a chipmunk. Oh, I just saw this black and white bird. Like his shoulders were white. And I think he had a red beak. Something. He was flying away, but he was black with like white shoulders or armpits or something. It was black. It was hard to tell. He was flying. And I didn't only had a second to see him. But okay, so I think I'm about 8 or 9 miles from where I last camped. So I'm making decent time. I don't feel like I'm making decent time. I feel like I'm making really crap time. But, where am I? Lower Whitewater Falls Overlook. 9 miles? No. That's got to be 0.9 miles. There's no way that's 9 miles. Oh. There's another sign behind it. Blue Blazes Spur to Lower Whitewater Falls Overlook. Didn't say how far. There's no way it's 9. It looks like somebody dug out the point just to be a jerk. This has got to be about a mile. If I want to walk 2 miles extra today. Well, alright, so Lower Whitewater Falls Overlook. I did the Laurel Fork Falls Overlook, and it wasn't as cool as seeing it from the front. So I'm going to skip the Overlook. Because that's 2 miles on a day that's going to have mega thunderstorms. And I want to be as far up the trail as possible. Because there's Upper Whitewater Falls that I walk right past, I think. Yeah, I just saw a white blaze. White. Okay, so I'm doing a white and blue blaze. I don't know what the blue blaze is for. Maybe the blue blaze is for the Overlook. Ooh, okay, so it's gonna rain buckets, but I'm still trying to avoid getting my feet wet. That makes perfect sense in my mind. Okay, so I think I'm gonna eat a little bit of beef jerky because I think I'm gonna need some strength later. And I had a little bit earlier. It was good. Oh, somebody's coming. Okay, so I just met a cute little puppy and a couple, I'm assuming, day hikers. they're hiking to the waterfall. Oh, a bunch more people coming. So I'm gonna put my phone up. All right. So this is just a bridge to Bad Creek parking, apparently. But I'm gonna go look, see, and a bench. John and Skip, their dedication, effort in preserving this great land, the Jokasee Gorges. Okay, I'm not going to go to the parking area, although there is a bathroom in the parking area. Here, that bridge is crusted up. It looks like moss. It's like, man, birds be pooping on one side of this bridge, but that's the side with trees over it. Alright, so I'm not going to the parking area. Hilliard Falls. I missed Hilliard Falls. There was a turn for Hilliard Falls, and there's two other people standing there. There's a group of 3 people that I was leapfrogging with. And earlier, the day before, I missed the turn for the Foothills Trail, and I just followed this, I guess, old logging road or something, because it wasn't on like any of my hiking maps. I used Far Out. I'm using Far Out for this trail because it just came out for the Foothills Trail, and I use it for the Appalachian Trail, and I love it. I checked All Trails and the hiking project, and I like the hiking project. And neither of them even had where I was listed. It was just, you're in the middle of the woods next to the Foothills Trail. So I stopped and talked to 2 of the people that I was leapfrogging with, that, we'd joked around about me, taking a detour. And they were standing there, and I was like, oh, they're just taking a break. And I saw the white blaze, and they said, that's not it. That's a fake white blaze. The Foothills Trail goes this way, and it was like turned around completely. So I totally would have missed it. But I would have walked to the Hilliard Falls, and that's what it was. It was a spur trail to the Hilliard Falls. And there was a sign that said Hilliard Falls with an up arrow, but it looked like it was pointing a different direction. It was a poorly placed sign. So, Hilliard Falls, the lower whitewater overlook. I missed Hilliard. I skipped lower whitewater. I'm heading towards the upper Whitewater Falls, which I think you can see from the trail. Looks at the map. So, yeah, maybe those will be day hikes in the future. I looked at the picture for Hilliard Falls, and it looked like a decent waterfall, worth the 0.2 or whatever to get to it. I don't know about if the lower Whitewater Falls overlook, 0.9 miles to get to it would have been worth it, because that's 0.9 there and 0.9 back. And I gotta get some miles in before it starts pouring. I haven't fully decided if I'm just gonna set up camp early, because then I'm just gonna be sitting under a tarp in my hammock, hoping the wind doesn't blow too hard and get my stuff all wet. Or do I just hike in it and I get wet? But I got clothes to sleep in, and I have like this camp towel which doubles as extra blanket and triples as a kilt, I guess, for when I'm really cold. I just wrap it around my waist, and it gives me a little extra warmth. Looks like a huge doofus, but I'm a slightly warmer doofus. So, alright. I gotta figure out. I'll probably end up just walking in it. I'd rather walk in it than set up in it. But decisions. I guess I'll just decide based on how bad the storm is. Man, this is the Whitewater corridor. You can hear the Whitewater River off to the side there. But it's just like a tree graveyard. I've been walking through it for a while. And it's just non-stop downed trees. Trees that have fallen and are dead or held up by other trees. And those trees are dying. I don't know. Probably some invasive insect. But it's just way, what is it? It's like the, let me zoom out a little bit. It's the elephant graveyard on Lion King. Forbidden. It's a little spooky. Well, there's the knowledge of the impending storm. And then, like, this tree is all rotten. Just gonna, you can tell everybody pokes it. I always poke these trees that are dead and, like, precariously placed. I wonder if everybody does that. Or that's just a stupidity thing. But, or if this area floods a lot or something. But it's just so much carnage. Either we're gonna walk over a bridge. Yeah, there's a little bridge. I don't think this is the Whitewater River. Well, I think this is a tributary, maybe. The stream that feeds it. It's cool the way the branches grow over the river. Oh, there's a little waterfall in the background. Barely see it. All right. I'm going to continue on. Hopefully I can get a signal soon and see the radar for that storm. I'm hoping the mountains kind of push it east. All right, that's the plan. Avoid the storm completely, mountains push it away, and I just stay dry and don't gotta worry about nothing. Well, it started to rain, so poncho time. I don't know if that even shows. Or tang. Yeah, sexy. The hat helps keep the hood out my face. So, I don't record much after this because I won't get my stuff all wet. Standing under a tree. Tree. Keep most of the rain off me for now. Alright. It started, let's see, what is it, 12 o'clock, about 2 hours earlier than I thought it would. So, by the looks of it, it's not getting better. So, I was hoping this would just be a quick little shower before the actual rain comes, but I think this is just going to keep coming until 6. So, we'll find out. I think I'm going to start just to eat lunch on the way. Might as well. Alright, it's raining. You know, I'm holding the camera the wrong way, but I'm not risking it. Slipping. It's raining. Great shot of the falls. I thought I was at the Upper Whitewater Falls earlier. I don't know. Zoom out. Jeez, zoomed in. Wow, so awesome. I just passed a guy, well, a guy passed, we're going different directions. I passed 3 people, all in rain gear. I guess the rocks are my stairs, again. Oh, that was a long step, okay. This is gonna end badly, so I'm gonna put the phone away. That way? I don't know where to go. That way don't seem any... Seems a little better. This way, maybe. I could go to the right. Left. Now left seems slippery shit. Or center. I just know where that ends up at. So, I'll figure it out. Okay, I got it. The camera kind of under my hood a little bit. I had to check my GPS because there was a turn. It said Foothills that way, then there's White Blazes this way. It said Foothills Loop. Like, oh, I don't that don't sound right. So I'm gonna go with my gut, follow the White Blazes for the Foothills Trail, but after I walked just 10 or 15 feet, I checked my GPS just to make sure. Since I had my phone out, relatively well protected. I think it's supposed to be waterproof, but I'm just getting dribbles on it, really. Zoom out a little bit. Make it. Okay. So, hiking in the rain isn't so bad. It's just so much slower. I think I would rather do this than set up camp and risk getting all my gear wet. So I think I'm just gonna walk until I can't walk no more and I'm forced to set up camp. I'm walking slow. Earlier I was like, woo, I've already hiked like 8 or 9 miles since I got up this morning and blah blah. Oh, so wrong. After that, like a mile after that, I looked and I was like, wait a minute, I'm only at like mile 5, and that was heart-wrenching. I felt like I was going kind of slow, but I didn't think I was going that slow, because that was like 4 hours of hiking, and I've only went like a little over 5 miles, so I was going like a mile and a half an hour, if that. But oh, slippery, super slippery. But now I'm sure I'm like less than a mile per hour. I'm wearing a poncho. It's doubled as my pack cover. Oh, here's somebody. But this is only the beginning of the rain. This is the light stuff. Good stuff isn't even here yet. Alright. I made it to Fish Hatchery campsite. Fish Hatchery campsite. Let me pan around. I set up my tarp so I don't get dripped on. I took off my shoes and socks. You can see those. That's under my knee braces. I got my food, and all my stuff is still, I can show you the thing, still in my pack. It's dry. I had the bag liner. My pack is soaked. Having that poncho soaked through. I have this much water. So that's maybe 0.1, maybe 0.2. There's a river behind me, I think. There's a river back there. There's a little trail. Oh, look at this. That's gross. It's my hand. Well, obviously it's my hand, but it's like wrinkled all the way down to the heel of my hand. I've never had it wrinkled like that before. Ugh, it was cold. It was cold and wet. I don't even know what mile I'm at. I think it's about 50 something. But so my plan, I have to get water. So I had to figure out how to do that. It's been raining all day. There should be streams everywhere. I don't want to walk really far to get it. And I don't want to fall down to my death either, so I might not go down there because it looks really steep. There's got to be a stream nearby. I'm going to check my GPS and see if it says where the stream is. I got to get food inside of me. Once I get the water, I'll be done. I can stay under the tarp the rest of the time so I can put on my pajama clothes that are dry. I'm wearing my jacket. It got wet in my pack a good bit everywhere. I'm trying to wear it to dry it out. I heard that's a thing because your body heat. But I don't know if I'm producing a lot of body heat because I'm freezing. But my plan is to go get water, eat food, set up the hammock, and just snuggle up into the hammock and hope I get warm and stay warm and stay dry. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I camp anymore. On these days, I'm like, why would you camp? Camping is stupid. Yeah. Okay, it's just after 7. I think I got into camp around 6. Right at 6, maybe a little before 6. You can see there's a little mudslide that somebody else had already slid down. I luckily saw that somebody had slid down, so I didn't have to slide down. Then right through the trees, you can see that white right there. That white is my bear bag. It's my food stuff, and then I just put a trash bag around it, so if it rains, it keeps it all dry, theoretically. So this is the fish hatchery camp. So I set my tent up, my hammock up over here. That's my poncho hanging to the left. And I got all my stuff. It's my not my sleeping bag, my backpack is soaked. Like the poncho, it just soaked through the poncho. It rained for pretty much a solid 6 hours. It wasn't like super hard rain, but it was just a constant rain for 6 hours, and it soaked through the poncho. So my backpack, got thoroughly soaked. Luckily, I had everything in a bag liner, so I used I think like a 20-gallon compactor bag. And I was talking to some people this morning while I was packing up, so I just put my food all on top of my dry stuff, so my sleeping bag and underquilt, or my overquilt, my underquilt, and my sleeping clothes, and a blanket, or not a blanket, it's like a towel. And I just laid all my food on top of it. I was like, oh, dang it, why did I do that? Because I usually just fold that over and then put the food on top of that. But luckily, all my food stayed dry, because I happened to put it in that compactor bag. Now, there's a down tree here, another one about to fall, but it's leaning way far that way. So if it does fall, it's not falling at me. There was another good place to hang over here. Oh, I almost hung up right here on the smaller tree. to that bigger tree, but that bigger tree is leaning really far and looks like it wants to go. So I was like, maybe I'll skip that tree. And I thought maybe one of these smaller trees, but you hang on a tree that will give as soon as you lay down in it, it messes everything up. There is a little path down here to a river that is almost impossible to get to unless you're willing to scramble hands and feet. And off to the right, back behind these bushes, is I guess a toilet area. And that's what I use it for. But so I got my hat, this rag, I don't know, it just got soaked through the I had it underneath my poncho, and I had my arms pulled up inside the poncho with that on the outside of them, kind of like a little hand blanket, and it's just soaked. It's drying out pretty good. It's almost, no, it's not. It's much wetter at the bottom because the water's coming out of it. That's my hiking shirt. It got pretty well soaked. It's almost dry, so I'm hoping it stays dry in the rain. If it rains tonight, it's supposed to rain a little bit around midnight, but hopefully it's be protected enough that it will continue to stay dry. And then that's my home for tonight. I'm really hoping it keeps me warm tonight because I am exhausted and I need to sleep good. I am sleeping in tomorrow. This is mile 54, I think. So I can do 10 miles tomorrow and 10 miles on my way out, and I'll be good to go. All right, so that's everything. I've yet to make a fire on any of my hiking trips, just because it's 7 o'clock. I'm going to bed, so that's the reason why I'm not doing a fire. I'm actually all dry. I keep getting worried that I'm gonna get a drop of rain. It's just gonna fall right on my, not rain, but off the tree, fall right on my dry sleeping clothes. Oh, here's what I wear to sleep in. It's a fishing shirt and a hoodie, and we fix these pants so I don't look as stupid. Got them pulled up, and just some normal. I got them hiked up to my knees. My daughter bought me these pants for Christmas. They're dashing through the snow. She has a wiener dog, and she thinks it's the greatest thing in the world. And he's all right, I guess. He's a naughty boy, but he's a fun dog. He's a good dog. He's a good dog. I like him. He sits with me, and I spoil him. He's like a grandbaby, I guess. Okay. Bit my tongue. Yeah. Oh, last thing. This is. Can I flip this over? I'm just gonna turn it around. Okay. This is day 4. I was doing really good earlier. Okay, so this is embarrassing. Performance anxiety. That's getting pretty good, isn't it? I scared 2 squirrels, like they ran, because they thought I was they thought I was an actual Wookiee, and they know what Wookiees are, and they're afraid of them. So that is pretty good. I was working on volume today, and okay, yeah. So that's my tent site or hammock. God dang it! I'm going to bed. I should have ended on the whole Wookiee thing because that was awesome.